This is simulation 1 for programming assignment 5 for csci466. Starting off, I made an MPLS frame class. The only thing I used was the label field from the MPLS header. It's got a length of 20, and then it has to be passed in the constructor. For functions, it has the same functions as the network packet class, except that I did add a function to switch the label at the router level. Moving down to the router class, I do use encapsulation, or I implement encapsulation in the process network packet class. So based on the host at the destination that the edge router is trying to pass to, it will use the encapsulation table to look up and get the label that needs to be put on that, and then it will create an MPLS frame to pass that with. And then for the last hop router in the process MPLS frame, I use a lookup into the decapsulation table dictionary. If the label matches into that, it will tell me which interface to pass after I decapsulate that message. Going to the simulation file, I did make an encapsulation table, which takes the destination and gives the out label that needs to be put onto it. For the forwarding table, it will take the interface that the message is coming in on, and then look at the label that is on it, and then from there it will be able to find out what out interface the message needs to go out on and what out label it needs to be switched to. And then for the decapsulation table, it's much like the encapsulation. I've got the in label it's coming in on, and then that will give me the out interface that it needs to go to once the message has been decapsulated. Moving on to the actual running of the program. So I'm running simulation_1. As you can see, H1 started sending messages to H2. Router A encapsulated the message and gave it a label of 1. And then you can see here that it filled in the full 20-bit header for that label. And then RA began to process the frame. Using the lookup table, it changed the label from 1 to 2. And then you can see that it did create an MPLS link frame and pass that message on the appropriate interfaces. And then coming to router B received the message and then begin to process it. It changed the label from 2 to 7 based on its forwarding table. And then because 7 is in the decapsulation table, it decapsulated that message and forwarded the message as a network packet to H2. And then finally H2 received that message from H1. And it did this for each of the 5 different messages that it sent. So there's message 1 that H2 received, message 2, message 3, and finally message 4.